Hey folks, welcome back. I just realized Link is dozing off there. It's kind of funny as I was signing into the stream today. Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's having an amazing Sunday morning. I've got my coffee, so most definitely I am on point. Good stuff. Alright, just a couple of last minute setup items here. And we're gonna kick this little party off. In the meantime, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, I always appreciate that. Frozen pond. Stupid frog. Splat. Alright, we are definitely up and running today. Hey, good morning, Cora. Welcome. Brian Austin, what's up? Good to see you guys again. So in case you're wondering, like, why I'm standing here, this is literally where I took my picture for the thumbnail. I thought, you know, no reason to run off and go any other different direction, because, well, we're already here. And poor Link is getting very bored. Back is stiff. Yeah. Oh, wow. Good to know, Brian Austin. Hey, Wanda. Welcome. Good to see you. Alright. Give this a couple more minutes here, and matter of fact, I might get a fresh cup of coffee. Let this, you know, warm up a little bit more here. Give folks time to get their bingo cards ready. Oh, speaking of bingo cards, thank you so much, DD Plays, for sending me that new list. I didn't have a chance to go in there yesterday, and I'm not sure if I have to, like, make an entirely new game, get a different link, or if I can just update the old one, so I'm gonna try. But yeah, definitely good stuff. Definitely liked a couple of those you put on there, made me laugh. Alright. Is it just me, or are weekends never long enough? Like, does anybody even do any actual, real, tangible, productive work on Fridays, or should that just be, like, a third weekend day? Of course, if we did that, then Thursday would become the new Friday, and there wouldn't be any productive work getting done that day, because everybody's looking forward to the 3 days, so, yeah. Hey Gabbo, welcome. Happy Sunday. Alright guys, I will be right back. Down the hatchet goes. Alright, got some fresh coffee going, so we should be good to go. Alright, I guess I shifted that a little bit when I sat down. Hey Marigold, welcome back. Keely, what's up? Definitely good to see you guys again. Ah, nice, Gabbo. Yeah, those peanut butter M&Ms, they can definitely be addicting. Definitely. A little bit of family time with some Hogwarts Legacy. I'm loving that. Yeah, I got to get back into that game. I really want to modernize that playlist. Cora and Purple Rain, welcome, welcome. Steven81, hello, hello. Uh-oh, uh-oh, what's going on? Yikes! Gotta keep Link awake. Thanks, Purple Rain. Happy hunting indeed, although it'll be less hunting and more building today. Yeah, Tarrytown is quite a process. Almond M&Ms. I haven't had those in years. I think I tried them when they first came out, but it was hard for me to get away from what I was already eating. Uh-oh. Here goes the internet. Bear with me here. I don't even know if you guys can still hear me right now, but I'm going to run a quick... Alright, that seems to have resolved the issue there. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Sometimes it just needs that reset, and then it's right as rain. I wonder how many times Link has nodded off now. Just in the amount of time it took me to do that. Yeah, that's weird, Purple Rain. I don't get that time zone thing. Yeah, Gabo, that wasn't your fault. It was on my end. Hey, Dee Dee, welcome back. We were just talking about the bingo update. Yeah, Dee Dee, hopefully that corrects itself here moving forward. I know it was definitely a rough signal there for a minute. Hey Atlantis, welcome back. Yeah, good old Tarrytown. It's fun. I really enjoyed the storyline to this one. Had a lot of fun doing it. Link froze with a peaceful look, then switched to looking annoyed. Link and I were tracking with that whole internet thing. Okay, it should be good to go. We should be more or less real time again, as far as like chat window goes. Thank you so much, DVD Knight. Really appreciate that. Through that organization, $5 feeds a family for a day. So very kind of you to do that for someone. Ah, Keely, now you're speaking my language. I should text the daughter and have her bring me a Starbucks. Although I don't even know what I'd get today. I'm already pretty highly caffeinated. Good to know, Brian Austin. Good to know. Enjoy that coffee with a W. Yeah, so Purple Rain, that smoke dipped down into my area a couple of days ago. I went outside for maybe 10 minutes. My eyes were burning, like it was bad. But we're all good now. Atlantis. Yeah, it was funny. When the energy drinks started coming onto the market, I started skipping the coffee and moving on to those. It was pretty crazy. Can I repost the bingo card link? Is it not in there? That's not okay. Just curious, DD, is the link not working? I'm going to be thinking about this music all day now because I keep hearing it in the background. So I'm actually in Missouri. Right smack dab in the middle of the country. Early in California. Yep, that's right, 2 hours behind. Dill pickle cashews. Okay, that sounds good. Oh, so Dee Dee, I cannot actually post the link in the chat here. YouTube blocks links, but if you look in the description, or it depends on what device you're using. Like, this gets kind of confusing, but I think if you close the chat window just for a moment, you'll see like the description or option or more button or something along those lines, and you should be able to like open the description of the stream, and the link is in there for you. Let me know if you can't get that. I'll try to figure something else out here. Yeah, it's a shame YouTube blocks the links. But I mean, I get why they have to. Sometimes people would put like a malicious link in there or something, and that's no fun for anyone. I know, right, Keely? It's kind of funny with those combinations that they come up with. Okay, good to go, good to go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on to a little bit of gameplay here. I'll do my intro, and we'll kick this party off. Even though we've kind of already kicked off the party. And get myself out of the way here, so... toodles! Alright, let's do this little dance. So, Tarrey Town. Welcome back, folks. Level Up Royal here with you once again. And guys, it's finally time for Tarrey Town. And since good old Hudson here makes me work, I'm going to make him dizzy. Hopefully he doesn't, like, drop his pickaxe on my toe. That would not be okay. So just to show you on the map where I'm at, what I am doing, good old Tarrey Town here. Tarrey. It's like tar, I guess? I don't know, I've always called it Tarrey Town, and I've always, like, misspelled it Tarrey, you know, T-E-R-R-Y or whatever. So yeah, Tarrey Town, I guess, is what it's actually called. Not really sure why, there's no tar here. But we are just due east of the Akela Tower here. Feel free to truck on over here any way you so desire. And once you get into this area, excuse me, I highly recommend activating this shrine. Wow. Hiccup o'clock. So that way you have a good fast travel gate to get in and out of Tarrey Town. And guys, we're going to need it. There's a lot of back and forth. Once we get this little party started with good old Hudson here, we're going to be going out throughout Hyrule. Now, normally I do this like later game so that I can get to these regions pretty quickly. One's going to be, you know, near Gerudo. One's going to be near Rito. One's going to be near Goron City. One's going to be near Zora. Now, I don't have Zora yet either, but I do know a quick way into Zora. Kind of a little shortcut or a cheat or whatever. And then the same thing for the Goron guy. He's kind of on the way to Goron City, not all the way to Goron City. So we'll have a little bit of, I don't know what you want to call that, field trips, road trips. But we're going to get her done. The biggest problem that people usually have with Tarrey Town if I can get right here with my buttons, is the wood, guys. It takes a lot of wood to do Tarrytown. The numbers just really add up. I think he wants 10 to start, then 20, then 30, so you're already up to 60 right there. And then it jumps to 50, so that's like 110 bundles of wood altogether. Like, ouch. What I would recommend is just go around and bomb trees. Now, you don't, have a ton of trees here in Tarrytown, but just to kind of show you, this is a relatively quick way to farm wood. You can just kind of lob a bomb out, break the tree down. You can lob another bomb, get your wood. Sometimes you get 1, 2 bundles, it just depends. A couple of real good locations I would recommend going is one's going to be way over here at good old Gold Rush Mountain, Satori Mountain. Right here in the apple orchard. Break all the trees, you get tons of apples. You can sell those apples for extra rupees. A little bit of icing on the cake there. You got a whole bunch of farming here you can do, just random pickups and stuff. But as far as like breaking trees down, this is where you're going to want to go. Not only that, you might find some durian trees or something sprinkled into here. Feel free to hit that area as well. And let's see if I can get right on my map here. There's another little spot with durians. I think this is it right here. Almost exactly east of the shrine. You're going to find some hardy durian trees, so absolutely worthwhile to break those trees down, get your fruit. Nice little fringe benefit. Booyah. Last but not least, guys, I also recommend, if you've got it unlocked, go to the Rito's stable. Lots of trees you can bomb down here, whole bunch of them. Not only that, there's a whole bunch already chopped down. All you got to do is lob a bomb, and it breaks all those, downed logs, and it gives you the bundles of wood. So very nice. There's also a whole bunch of just loose bundles of wood sitting around the stable there. So folks, before I get into it, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, I always appreciate that. Alright guys, here he is, good old Hudson. Mr. One-Liner. Sometimes he has 2 lines, but it's usually 1 line. I should have called him one time. Uh-oh, he's got several lines there. Alright, so in case you're wondering, like, maybe you're at Tarrytown here and you don't see him. There's some stuff you have to do before you actually can, get Tarrytown going, and I probably should have talked about first and foremost. You have to go down to Hontano Village. If I can figure out where Hontano is. Way out here, good old Hontano Village. And right by Link's house here, you're going to find some guys working. You got to talk to them. Talk to the guy behind wearing the pink bandana or whatever it is, a pink headband. He's the boss. Once, you talk to him and you kind of tell them to stop working, then you can talk to Hudson. He'll be sitting down here under a tree. You have to wait until he actually sits down. Get through all the little one-liners, and that'll send him off to Tarrytown. And hence, here he is. Okay, I'm going to go by the numbers, guys, because I tend to get mixed up in my brain sometimes, like, what the order is. So, right now he's not sending us anywhere, he just wants the 10 bundles of wood. If we've got that, bada bing, bada bang. Go ahead and get through the one-liners once again. Now he's looking for that brute physical strength. Of course, that's going to be a Goron. And I do not have that tower activated yet, so what I'm going to do is just kind of... Yeah, let's see here. There's a stable up there, the foothill. The quickest way to get there is probably going to be via the stable. So let's go ahead and hit the Akela Tower here. Good one, DeWolf Man. I hope YouTube doesn't block Zeldas. No links. I feel like a protest. No links. No links. Pickle Popsicle. Never even heard of Pickle Popsicle. Uh-oh, I'm taking temperature damage for no reason. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, DVD Knight. That's awesome to hear. Glad they're helping you out there. And I'm really glad you're enjoying the game. Yeah, there is Purple Rain. I still haven't quite gotten into that yet. I know I need to get off the ball. One of these days I'm going to do like a Zelda Note stream plus some amiibo running. Just for fun. But yeah, definitely need to get on that. Alright, off we go. Good old temperature damage, loving it. So we're basically just going to head due west from this point. Right down here there's a fork in the road, which you really can't see on the map right now because we don't have it. But this road would basically be continuing north. And right to the left of this body of water, that's about where our stable is going to be. So just for real rough math, I'll put a pin right down about there, just next to this little structure here. And that's where we'll head. Yeah, it was close-ish. Could have been better. Now, the reason I want to hit the stable first, folks, is because we have to worry about temperature damage to an extent. Now, we might actually be okay without the elixirs. Now that I think about it, I think we're temperature protected until we get to... until we get to the southern mine, which is where we're going to find our NPC that we need. So yeah, I guess what we can do is just kind of head toward the tower. Matter of fact, I should have pinned the tower, not the stable, for this little adventure. And this would be a lot easier with the map. So maybe I'll sidestep and activate the tower here before we continue on, and I think we're safe to do that. But the tower is like right on the border where you're going to start taking temperature damage, and it's bad, guys. Like, the volcano heat, that will kill you quick. Those hearts will just disappear. So this is the road we need, by the way. There's some guardian trouble here, that'll be fun. But there's a way around that in case you don't want to deal with them. Okay, now that I've touched down, I think I'm going to go ahead and pin that tower. Assuming I don't get... Oh, no. I can't. It's too high up. My Sheikah slate won't quite look up high enough. Well, that'll get us close. Yikes! Fire bats! Lions and tigers and bears, oh my! Surprisingly, I haven't taken any damage yet. What's going on here? They're trying, though. So I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I was thinking about doing like a hat challenge. I don't know, you know, I talked about putting names into a hat yesterday, or some kind of words into a hat. I can't really remember what was what now, but I thought it would be... ouch, there's the damage. Ouch! Leave me alone! I'm innocent, I tell you. Ouch. They're all my extra hearts. I should have just killed these things a long time ago. But anyway, do like a hat challenge where I put a whole bunch of like punishment items into a hat, and then I have to draw one at the beginning of the stream. Like, one might be no bone system. And you guys know me, no bone system? No bueno. No ice arrows. That would be fun. Just random stuff like that. I don't know. I was just trying to, you know, think of ways to make the stream more fun by doing some of these fun little challenges. But then I would need something to, like, trigger. Like, what would have to happen in the game in order for me to have to draw from the hat? Like, maybe death or loss of fairy, although I really haven't been dying or losing fairies lately, so that might take too long to, you know, have to initiate that. Or maybe, maybe every time I say a certain word. Maybe one of the punishment items could be I have to drop an attack power up weapon, which would kill me just a little bit on the insides, you know? I don't know, just, you know, food for thought, but I just thought it would be fun. And of course, if you guys have any ideas, I'm all ears. Yeah, DVD Night, I hesitate to say the same thing. It's probably my favorite game. Of all time, I don't know, it's up there. But definitely lately, these past, you know, 8 years or so, definitely been my favorite game. The only one that's ever really come close to this in my, you know, in my mind is Skyrim. It was every bit as much fun as this one, just, you know, a little bit more mature. But, it definitely has all the elements. Big open world map. So much fun to play, you know, just the diversity and the biomes and the different cults and clans and just so much fun. Alright, but I could go on about that for days. Wow, I was not even really close with that pin, was I? Alright guys, so now that we've got the map, I'll show you exactly where we're going. We are heading to the southern mine. And give me a moment here to get right. I want to say that's way over here. This is the trench that looks right, but we have to cross a little bridge with lava first, so I think this is actually it right here. See, I'm going to go ahead and pin that as being our southern mine. So guys, that's where our sun guy is going to be, the name ending in sun. And that's going to be our Goron that we need for Tarreytown. So feel free to just beeline it directly over there, and you can see all the shiny rocks, guys. Okay, so maybe I was mistaken about this being temperature controlled. It is not temperature controlled. So yeah, let's go ahead and go back to that stable after all. See if I can figure out where that's going to be. I want to say this is it right here. Yeah, so just a little caveat on that Skyrim there, DVD Night. Awesome game. Probably one of my favorite of all time, if not my favorite of all time. But it is a bit more mature, so you might want to research that one a little bit. If, you know, things like blood make you squeamish, there is blood in the game. I can't say it looks super realistic, you know, it's an older game, older graphics, but it's enough to make you get the idea there's blood there. Right in the beginning opening scene of the game, there's a beheading, there's like an execution, and that really almost just made me want to throw up. So I just thought I should throw that out there before you know, go and spend your money on the game that you might not want to play. You know, I mean, it's a minimal cutscene, so you can just kind of get past that, I suppose. And then there's one other scene, like later on in the game when you get to Solitude, where they do another execution beheading. So again, I was not a fan of that element. I just kind of had to push through it. But the game is just like that amazing. I tend to tune that out just so I can enjoy the game. But definitely thought I should put that little warning out there. Alright, so yeah, green pin. We're going to hit that stable. I guess this is a good place to do that from. Although the Citadel Tower would have worked just fine had I known a better trajectory for that. Yeah, Steven81, thank you for saying that, by the way. I'm glad to hear they were helpful. And yes, overwhelming, no kidding. Like, you open that perk tree and your brains just start melting. It's like, oh my god, where do I start? You know, I'll never forget that first playthrough. I kind of ignored the perk tree for a while. I was like, this is too much. But as I like started getting into the crafting and stuff and started catching on to the leveling system, I was like, oh, I got it now. And then I put it down to a real science, and yeah, we get crazy overpowered super early in the game. In fact, Skyrim is like another BOTW in the respect. Sometimes I'll restart a fresh playthrough just to kind of like build the character up again, just like I do in BOTW. Like, that's really where the fun is for me in both games, is the character build-up. Alright, and since I'm already here, I might as well just go ahead and get the shrine done. I did not know that, Dee Dee. Thanks. That makes a little bit more sense now. As to where they came up with the name. Yeah, interesting. Retirement village. Makes perfect sense. Alright guys, so there's a nice little hidey hole for a treasure chest right above Link here in the very beginning of the shrine. Go ahead and feel free to plop that sucker down. Booyah. And we've got troubles here. So what I like to do is go ahead and get that stasis ready. Give yourself enough space to get through here. Go ahead and release. And I do want to say there is a treasure chest up there. Uh-oh. I hit that button just a little bit too... Actually, that's probably not the best way to do that. I would stand off to the side here and try to catch it from the side. That way if you miss, it's not going to steamroll you. And assuming you can set the ball here somewhere safe, that'll stop it from coming in through the chute here. Long throw! We're off to an early start today. Who put that there? Alright guys, but we are not yet done with the big metal ball. We're actually going to use this now as a shield. To get ourselves up and out of here via this direction. Now there's a couple of different ways to do this. You can do the shield thing, but honestly that gets kind of squirrely sometimes. Pushing all the boulders backwards. So I'm going to show you the way I like to do this. You just got to be quick on your feet to get up and through here. Go ahead and use stasis, and what I do is just kind of spam the button up here. Wait for all the balls that are rolling to finish rolling. But like I said, you got to be super quick. You got to be on the ball. Because you don't have much time before that stasis runs out. So folks, I definitely hope that helps you all out. If you wouldn't mind, take a moment, like, share, subscribe, comment. I always appreciate that. And until the next time, best of luck, happy hunting. Alright, but we are not yet done streaming here, by any means. It's coffee time! And chat time. So it's funny, Dee Dee, because I've always wondered, like, where did they get this name from? There's no tar there. There's no NPCs named Tarrey or Tarrey or anything of the sort. There's no landmarks or anything in that area that have anything to do with that word. So yeah, it just always made me wonder. I never thought to Google it. Oh, Atlantis, good to know. Hope you're having fun in your deliveries there. If you're in St. Louis, can you bring me a Starbucks? Kidding, of course, but that'd be cool. Good to see you're a Skyrim fan also. Nice. Yeah, Keely, Act 1 and Act 2. It's kind of like the Zelda saga continues, so to speak. Good stuff. As far as I know, no, Atlantis. There is no TOTK on the Wii U. They made the BotW work for both, but from what I understand, that was a different graphics engine, and the Wii U doesn't support it. So yeah, you can find the Switch ones now on like Craigslist and stuff. You know, buy them used. YouTube Marketplace, just not YouTube, but Facebook Marketplace. Just be careful. You know, sometimes there's scammers on those things, and you got to be real careful. Always meet someone in person. I like to meet people at the police station. I'm like, sure, I'll buy that off you, but we'll meet at the police station to make the transaction happen. If they're legit, they won't mind that. If it's shady, they'll be like, yeah, never mind. But yeah, I usually get like all my systems, all my games just used. They always work fine. And it's a heck of a lot cheaper than going to the store and getting them brand new. Yeah, you're right about that, Keely. Yep, very lazy. It's like they're always taking a break. Good old Arkansas. Okay. Hey, what's up, Silent Soul? Okay. Yeah, I used to drive through Arkansas all the time. A lot of trees. Yeah, the Switch one is going up in price. I didn't catch the by how much, but like 3 articles in the past 2 days have come across my feed. Talking about Switch 1 going up in price. I don't know if that's tariff related, but yeah, again, I don't know by how much it's going up. Alright guys, I'll go ahead and get myself out of the way here one more time. See you later, alligator. Alright guys, once we get to our good old handy dandy stable here, the only thing I came here for is elixirs. Now of course you can cook these, but if you haven't been up in the Death Mountain region yet, you probably don't have the ingredients you need to do that, and that's going to be a fireproof lizard or a smotherwing butterfly. The good thing is right by this stable, you can actually find the lizards just hanging out. So make sure you got your stealth on. Actually, you don't necessarily have to have stealth, it just makes it nice and easy. You can walk right up to these things and scoop them up with, you know, leisure. If you don't have stealth, you can always just lob a bomb at them from a distance and stun them. Well, I missed him. Sometimes the rocks will shield them slightly. But yeah, you can absolutely lob a bomb out there, stun them, and then you can go scoop them up. Again, at your leisure. So anyway, just going up this trail, you'll find lots of them. The lizards are definitely in this area. They'll spawn in pretty frequently. You shouldn't have too much trouble finding them. The smotherwing butterflies, on the other hand, those are really up in the volcano region where it gets very hot. And that's where Link will need the fireproof protection in the first place. So anyway, I'll show you how to cook a quick elixir. Now, you don't need to worry about high level just yet. You just need the low level. So that's only going to be 1 critter, which is our fireproof lizard. And you can throw any old monster part in there. If you use a grade C, you'll get a little less time. If you use a grade B, you'll get better time. If you use the grade A, you'll get the best time. So what I like to do is, if you really want a lot of time, you can dump a whole bunch of these into the elixir, and that'll really increase the time. The monster parts don't necessarily increase the strength of the elixir, just the time. And if you don't want to use all your grade A, you can just kind of do it, you know, this way. You can do a whole bunch of B grade, and that'll still give you a good, strong elixir. Or I should say a good, long-lasting elixir, not necessarily strong. Now, that time I got the random bonus and it made it high level, but normally it's going to be low level, just so y'all know. And guys, 10 minutes is going to be more than enough time, because we're going to get a piece of the fire breaker, or whatever it's called, the fireproof armor, for absolutely free. We're going to hand 10 hightail. we're going to hand 10 fireproof lizards over to a guy that's standing out here somewhere, and he's going to give us the helmet for absolutely free. Booyah. So anyway, if you don't want to bother cooking, you can always just go ahead and talk to, I think it's Broom Lady here. Yep, you can absolutely buy them from Broom Lady here. If you just want one, just go ahead and spend the 60 rupees. If you want all three, it only costs 150, not terrible. The thing is these don't last super long. I think you only get like 6 minutes for each one, so I'll just go ahead and buy one for now, just to show you what you got. Yeah, about 6 minutes there. Now that should be enough time to get into that area and get the free Flamebreaker, but it's going to be close. So I'd recommend coming up here with at least 2 elixirs. If you have Shiny Rock Syndrome, like yours truly here, you might need 3 or 4 elixirs. Alright, let's get back over to our southern mine. Okay, got you, Wanda. So yeah, that's a pretty good price hike, especially if you're talking 50. Wow. Oh, yeah, Marigold, that's right. There's the New York thing. I didn't even know that was a real thing, but it's amazing how many, like, city and village names from video games are taken from actual real-world towns and villages. And you'd never know. Squatters. Good stuff. Alright, just get another bookmark down there. Let's go ahead and get ourselves over to the southern mine. I'm just going to get right on path here and just kind of follow the path-ish. I'm going to cross the path. Reason being is there's some shiny rocks on the way, of course. Shiny rocks and me. It's a thing. Oh, make sure you don't have anything wooden equipped. If you have something wooden equipped, it's still going to catch on fire here. So, you know, fireproof elixir or no fireproof elixir, that's definitely going to be a problem. And of course that goes for weapons, shields, and bows. So yeah, just to the right of this road or path, there's these waters, and guys, there's just stuff embedded in here. There's a couple, or a Korok seed. It's behind a false wall or a rock to pick up. There's fireproof lizzles, or fire lizzles. Some gemstone nodes you can break. I'm not really here for all that. I just wanted to stay up on the path to avoid the talus. There's a fire talus on the way. Matter of fact, I'll show him on the map here. I think he's right down in this little gully. So buyer beware. Matter of fact, if you want to see how to kill that guy, you just use ice arrows or any kind of ice weapon to extinguish him, so to speak. That works real well to get him down, and then you can just kind of wail on him. So yeah, those fire tails, you're going to need them. So you might as well get these things dead on the way. And of course, any kind of ice weapon or ice arrow, that'll one hit. Got to be kind of quick to get over there so it doesn't burn all your mats. Got a royal weapon equivalent sitting there, booyah. Probably not bumped. Nope. And I mentioned shiny rocks. And I mentioned a Korok seed around here. I guess I'll show you that. Right up against this cliff wall. Very tough to see with all this steam. But if you follow the cliff wall, you will definitely run into it. Right about there. Huh! The rock was resting on the Korok's head like he was trying to hold it up and balance it. Maybe he was attending etiquette school. Shoulders straight, head erect, butt out. You guys thought I was gonna pass these up. Ha ha ha. Never! I shouldn't say never, it's happened, but it's rare. Alright, I'll go ahead and kill that talus for y'all since we're here, and because it's a giant rock and it's shiny. So it should be that lump sticking right up out of the middle here. Wakey wakey! Eggs and bakey! Now, I don't know if Link's fireproof will keep him I don't think so. I think he will still catch you on fire if you try to climb him. So you're definitely going to want those ice arrows, or any kind of ice weapon at the ready, so that you can get him extinguished, and then you can get up here and just kind of go to town. But again, I'm not going to... Well, why not? I'm already here. Might as well. Oh, the cool thing is if you're running a fireproof elixir, you can wear whatever super suit you want. So, like, I could have put my barbarian armor on there and had my attack power going for me. Or stealth, or just whatever you want. Oh, and more nodes. More shinies. Rock salt! Boo! See, this is why I recommend coming up here with more than one elixir. Shiny rock syndrome is real. And I can't tell you how many times I'm like, oh, 1 6-minute elixir, that's plenty. I'll get in there, I'll get the free thing, it'll be fine. Not even close. So anyway, guys, welcome to the Southern Mine. Now, every rock here, I recommend spamming that A button when you pick it up, because there's a lizard, like, under almost every single rock in this area. Almost. Maybe not, you know, every single rock, but most, if not all, rocks. There's a lizard hiding under there. And the guy we need to talk to for our free outfit item is going to be this dude right here, but we're not quite there yet. We need 10. I think I've only got 3 or 4. It looks like 4. Lots of lizards. Use that yellow rune. That should help you locate the rocks. And don't sprint around here. A lot of times the lizards are just kind of out sunbathing or whatever, and they're real tough to spot. You'll see these little white dots? That's them. So yeah, there's probably more sitting out loosely than there are under rocks. So yeah, definitely want to have your stealth on and don't be sprinting. Use that yellow rune. Make sure you're getting all your rocks picked up. And well, I'm getting real close already. Oh, there's our 10, boy. Nice. Not to mention the shiny rocks. They are definitely here in force. Alright, and we're looking for Sun, but we can't talk to him yet. We need to wait for nighttime. So first things first, let's go ahead and get our clothing item that we need to stay safe from here on out. Leave it to me. I'll take care of that. Go ahead and talk to him one more time. Hand over the 10 lizards, you get your Flamebreaker armor. Okay, I thought it was the helmet, but it's the armor piece. Go ahead and get that bad boy equipped. And this is low-level area, so this is plenty of protection. You don't need to worry about your elixir anymore, so if that runs out, you are right as rain. And 2 pieces of stealth should still enable me to pick up more lizards, and I'm going to collect more for cooking purposes. Three of them sitting right there. If you're worried about them getting away because you don't have the stealth running again, just remember you've got the bombs you can lob. In fact, I meant to demonstrate that. Let's see if I can find another sunbather. Oh, there's one right there. See? Real tough to see. Wow. Okay, so that'll definitely stun your lizard. You can walk over there and then scoop them up with ease. Must have already picked up that rock. Oh, see, I sprinted, and he ran away. Oh, a nice little hidey hole here, too, by the way. See, I'm supposed to be doing Tarrey Town, and I'm getting all shinied. Nice little hidey hole. Wake up! Good place for fire bat wings, too. Nice little fringe benefit. Digging the ruby. Very nice. Alright, and speaking of hidey holes, there's one more I want to show you. I know, Tarrytown, it's coming. But there's more shiny rocks, guys. I need it! So Mike B, if you're watching, if you want to, you know, Google another SpongeBob reference. I need it! I think that was the Tree Dome episode. So much fun. Okay, so this little lava river actually runs right into an actual cave. It'll spit you out over here somewhere. But yeah, lots of fun stuff in here. Now be careful. That lava, it's a problem. So yes, there's shiny rocks in there, but like, how much do you want to risk going in there after the shiny rocks? I don't know. You know, that's up to y'all if you want to engage in that or not. But it's probably safer to do it on the left-hand side. There's a bigger shoreline over there. And these bats, yeah, that's definitely going to get real hairy because it's real tight quarters in here. So I like to kind of lure them out. I missed one. The bad thing about these is the gemstones will sometimes fall into the lava. You can't get them. So you'll probably want some kind of a hammer or something in here to get your gemstones. And I think I probably already lost my loot from that other node. This one you gotta be quick. In and out, in and out. Yikes! Oh, I got nothing out of that node. That was real depressing. Nothing out of that node? What is happening? Alright, no more hidey holes. We are out of here. I've only got one Rivali's. That's not okay. That is never okay. Alright guys, I mentioned making it nighttime. Now of course, you know, I got lucky in my game, it was already pretty close. But if it's not already nighttime, feel free to use the cooking pot here and pass the time. Once it's nighttime, you can go ahead and talk to the Gorons that are sitting here. I think it's this one. Yep, Grayson. Good old Grayson. And he is the droid we're looking for. Go to Tarrytown. You'll love it. And you've got a man bun, so you'll fit right in. Actually, Hudson doesn't have a man bun. He's just got like a mop top. Alright, that is number one. I'll go ahead and mark that on the map. I don't know how to mark these. Okay, so there's our first victim. Now, unfortunately, we got to go back to Tarrytown every single time we do this. Which is why I recommend getting that travel gate opened up. That'll definitely speed up the process. Yeah, true that, Purple Rain. You can drop a campfire down in the volcano region. It'll auto light on fire. You can also do that with cooking. It's like if you have a whole bunch of meat you want to roast or fish, you can just throw them out onto the ground there in the volcano and you can roast your fish. You don't even need the campfire. Pretty awesome. Wanda, no shiny rocks left unturned. Indeed, indeed. I know, Keely, I'm the same way. I can't help it. It's just there, and it's like autopilot takes over. You don't even know you're doing it half the time. And then you open your inventory and you're like, oh wow, where did I get 300 apples? Oh, I know, Keely. Yep, trying to take out a bomb arrow? That is no bueno. Not in the volcano region. And I always forget, and then I try a bomb arrow, and then it happens, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can't do that here. Yep, that good old 100%. Good stuff. Alright. Go ahead and get my nighttime speed up back on. Booyah. This is where the tool and sneeze would come in handy. It would be nice if the shrine was a part of the village. Alright, and every time you do this, you get a new NPC. There's going to be a new building here. So yeah, at some point this will all be filled in with buildings. But for now, what we got to do is go ahead and talk to good old Hudson, Mop Top. Kind of looks like he's wearing a giant coconut or something. Okay, so now he wants the 20 bundles of wood. Getting a little more expensive. Go ahead and hand them over. Get through the one-liners once again. So now we need the tailor. And that is going to be a Gerudo. Now, it's not all the way in Gerudo Town. This NPC that we're looking for is going to be right here in the bazaar. And it's a she this time, and she is going to be right next to the giant building, like underneath a tent. So this pin should get me pretty close here. A couple of different ways we can get there. I personally prefer the tower because it's a flight the entire way. Feels like it's a little quicker. Oh wow, Keely. So I'm from Southern California, and I used to go to the desert a lot. And yeah, there were times I wondered if I couldn't cook an egg on a sidewalk somewhere. Or on my dashboard, for that matter. Like, you do not keep your windows rolled up in that region during the summer months. Oh no. It's amazing, like, the interior of the car doesn't melt. It's pretty insane. Oh wait, that was the wrong weapon. I think I was looking for my flame blade. You should actually be able to see the bazaar via line of sight now. Right in the middle there, where that little pond is. The good old oasis. Yeah, me too, Marigold. And I'm sure you witnessed a lot of that, blowing myself up in the caves. Good old TOTK. Yeah, I feel you, Keely. I remember definitely spending some time on the Great Plateau on my first couple playthroughs. I wanted to check every little nook and cranny. And I did. So much fun. Alright, now this is going to be my first time landing here. So there's a memory. I don't know if this... Yeah, I'll do the memory another time. For right now, I just kind of want to get this NPC talked to. Now, you might have to make it daytime in order to make this work. So let's go ahead and do that. Come on, Link. Cooperate. Go ahead and talk to Rondson. Rondson. That doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. But go ahead and get her talked to, and that will send her off to Tarreytown. Go to Tarreytown. You're going to love it. I wonder who's got better abs. Rondson or Hudson? We're going to have to investigate. I think Hudson's got her, but it's going to be close. So anyway, once you got Rondson off, go ahead and once again warp back on over to Tarreytown, warp number 258. And while that's happening, I'm going to chug some more coffee. Oh, that's brilliant, Marigold. Using sheets and stuff. That is so genius. But yeah, that would definitely keep the direct sunlight off. Hence, you know, the materials on the inside of the car wouldn't be radiating like a nuclear furnace. Like, I remember getting in my car once and I couldn't even touch the shifting knob. Like, it burned my hand. It was absolutely insane how hot it was. Alright, so, one more NPC, one more building, booyah. Go ahead and once again talk to good old Hudson. And get him going. Oh wait, he doesn't have abs. Why did I think he had abs? He has an ab. One giant ab. Huh. I could have sworn he had abs. Oh well. He's definitely got the guns. Okay, so now he wants the 30 bundles. Starting to get real expensive, guys. Real expensive. So yeah, we're up to 60 total already. And the next step, we're going to need 50. Ouch. Okay, I was not paying attention. Who's next? The Rito Merchant. That's right. Good old Rito Village. And luckily, this will be super quick. We got a shrine right there. That's right, Marigold, I remember that. Gerudo, she's like, where's your abs? That was so funny. She's like, you're not a real Gerudo, you don't have any abs. Alright, where is my man? I need to find my man. My bird man. Right about there. Right in the beginning of good old Rito Village here, right by the goddess statue. Go ahead and give him a talking to. Fryson, Feeson, Fyson, Fee, Fi, Fo, Fum. Have you heard of Tarrey Town? I bet not. Go check it out. I guarantee success and happiness. Money back guarantee. Wow, Dee Dee, using pot holders to buckle up. That is insanity heat. But yeah, you're right. Sometimes the seatbelt buckles, those will burn you too. Like, what's going on here? Alright, guys. Back to good old Tarrey Town. So I don't know what genius decided putting a metal knob on my gear shifter was a good idea. Clearly he didn't live in a hot region.
Rivali's gale is now ready.
But yeah, plastic or like at least leather wrapped or something, you know, some kind of barrier there would have been nice. But no, it's straight up metal. So like when I burned my hand, I could almost see the shifting pattern in my palm. It was ridiculous. Yeah, Dee Dee, I did something similar. They had those, like, windshield covers out for a while, and I would use those to cover my seats. Because I had leather. And I didn't like sitting down on the hot leather, so yeah, I would definitely shield my seats. Alright, guys, one more NPC, one more building. Now, Hudson, I think he's moved up. No, he's not moved yet. Go ahead and give him one more talking to. And that's where the 50 bundles of wood will come into play. Ouch. That smarts a little. Yeah, I knew what you meant there, Dee Dee. In fact, they have, like, bubble wrap for pools. It's, like, solar, so it definitely, you know, there's a barrier there for sure. Kind of, you know, surprising that the plastic doesn't melt as hot as it gets. Yep, sticking to your skin. I have left much of my thigh skin on that car seat. Ridiculous. Okay, I was not paying attention here. What's next? Oh yeah, the Zora guy. The good old priest. Now, I don't have Zora, but I mentioned to you guys that we would have a quick way in. I like to usually just run the route because it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of, you know, stuff to do there along the way. But for right now, we're just going to kind of beeline it and go direct. And he is, like, right under the overhang here, so I'll just put a real rough pin down. And I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go up and over the mountain. So we're going to kind of go this direction. So green first. So Dee Dee, funny thing about this seat, you know, the leather on the hot or whatever, it would be fine getting into the car. But after driving, you know, and sweating onto it, it's like somehow your skin would fuse to the seat. And then you would go to get out of the car, and that's when you would leave your skin behind. It was terrible. Alright, so I'm going to beeline it right over to the Grinch's Christmas tree here on top of this little grassy knoll. Okay, there's no grass up there, but it's rocky. The rocky knoll. Yeah, no kidding, Keely. It's like the real world. Lumber. Lumber is going up quick. We went from 10 to 50 in no time flat. Okay, and it's always going to be raining here, you know, because of the whole Zora's Domain cutscene side quest thing that's going on. And that's okay, you know, the grades are more or less climbable in the rain. You might have to do a little bit of fancy footwork here and there, but for the most part, it's doable. In fact, sometimes you can just back out of the climb and Link will find his footing, if it's not too steep. There is a Korok seed up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Heave. Whoop. Butter boots. Butter boots. Maybe I should try to market those. Boots that feel so good it's like butter. No, that doesn't work. Alright, trying to find a gentler grade to get up here. I think it's going to be over this way. Again, if you back out of the climb, sometimes Link will find his footing there and just kind of keep going. If he gets to a point you don't think he's going to make it, just remember the 4 steps before you jump. A little bit of a bad boy nest here. Not much to it, you know. Use your discretion whether or not you want to bother with these guys. I will take out a couple archers just for ease of movement. Oh, spikes. Great. My nemesis. One of my many nemesises. Nemesises. How do you pluralize now I can't even say the word. Jeepers. How do you pluralize nemesis? Nemesis? Ooh, that one's got a bump on it. Interesting. Leveling bow right there. Nice. Ouch! I was gonna avoid these guys, not anymore. Leave me alone! Ice arrows. Definitely worthwhile. And the good thing is you don't even have to kill the bad guys in order to get that. Wait, what was that for? Why did I do that? So yeah, I'm just going to kind of keep climbing up the mountain here. I'm eventually going to end up on this platform, or this ledge, and that'll be our ticket into Zora's Domain. So again, getting back to, you know, gentler grades. I'm going to try to get up here as high as I can. And just to speed it up, I'm going to do the Rivali's. If If you don't have Rivali's Gale, it's still climbable. I would probably use this ledge over here. And if it wasn't for all the bad guy trouble, I'd show you that. But yeah, you can definitely, get an easier climb over here doing it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, jump, slide, and you'll eventually make it up there. Of course, it helps if you've got a speed meal running. You can get 6 steps instead of only 4, and get a lot better altitude out of your climb. Not only that, you might need to pack a little bit of stamina, especially if you don't have all 3 of your wheels completed like I do. But yeah, that'll just be a much easier way of getting up this mountain. And then from here, you've got all these little mini ledges you can stick. And it helps the climb out a lot. It's kind of an art, trying to figure out how to climb in the rain. Really makes you think. But again, just for brevity here in the stream, I'll just go ahead and Rivali's the rest of the way up. Got another treasure chest. Ooh, a 5-shot burst on a Forest Dwellers. That's real tempting. I really don't need it. I've got plenty of other multi-shot bows, but wow, that's a nice bow. That one's a little hard to leave behind, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I believe I've got one more Korok seed over here somewhere. It's either on this cliff wall or the one like above me or possibly below me. It's a little puzzle block configuration. Might be above me. Yep, it was right above me. Okay. Since I'm here, might as well. It's not technically a shiny rock, but it's shiny nonetheless. And it sparkles when you complete it, so there's that. Yeah, Purple Rain, the tariffs caught up to them. No kidding. Oh, I meant to show you guys the map shot there. My bad. Alright, so once you get up to this point, guys, you can see Zora's coming into view. And it's a nice, gentle glide right down to the town here. And that really bypasses a lot of effort, going through the normal path. Yeah, Dee Dee, it could be Butterfeet, Butterboots, Butterfeet. Either way, feel free to check your bingo cards there. Yeah, Keely, the climbing suit. That would have been another way to go on the climb. You get your 6 steps that way, too. Any way you can increase the speed. So that's the speed meal, speed elixir, or the climbing gear. I should have said that. So thanks for mentioning it. Okay, and of course we got Sneaky River Snails here. Nice little fringe benefit. Booyah. Out of my way. And this is where our priest is going to be. Right by a Sneaky River Snail there. Right behind the little staircase. Get a load of this. Okay, that'll send him off to Tarrey Town. Good to go. I know, Purple Rain. It was hard to leave that behind. I feel like it was wasted. But I've got so much better in my inventory, like... I don't know. Tough decisions, tough decisions. And I totally forgot to mark all of these as I got them. I don't know if it's really even necessary anyway. I'm not going to do a map overview for this per se, so probably not necessary. I'm so hardwired to put stamps down. Alright, one more time to Tarreytown. I keep saying one more time, but guys, we're not even close to being done. Like, once we finally get Tarreytown built, the quest has not yet begun to end. Like, there's more to do. There's a whole marriage thing and traveling back and forth. It's really kind of grindy at some point, you know, with all the fast traveling. But I'll walk you through all this so you're not wasting a bunch of time, you know, going to the wrong spots or whatever. And there's our Great Fairy Fountain, of course. Looks very cool at night. I loved the Great Fairy Fountains at night. Alright guys, town complete. So now you might be wondering why we did all that effort. There is a free inn you can stay at here now, replenish all your hearts, very nice. There's some stores, just lots and lots of goodies here. It's another place that I like to go for my ice arrows. As a matter of fact, I like to stay... Well, I've got a grip. Wow. But yeah, I like to stay well ahead of the game because I can really go through some ice arrows. Fire arrows too sometimes, depending, you know, if I'm in the snow regions a lot, I can really go through the fire arrows also. So I probably like to stay ahead of the game on those as well. As far as the rest goes, I'm probably okay. So yeah, feel free to explore the new stores, the new shops. You got some clothing items in case you didn't get to Gerudo's Secret Club yet. You can get your warm weather protection there. The gemstones, I probably don't really recommend buying. They're super expensive. Unless, you know, you're just really needing that diamond to make something, or, you know, you just really need that one more gemstone for super suit upgrades, whatever the case may be. But wow, you gotta have the rupees to back that up. There's your free inn. And of course, you know, you got your goddess statue. So yeah, good to go. Go ahead and talk to Hudson one more time. Or the couple, I guess I should say. Yeah, sorry bro, she's got you on the abs. I tried, but you just don't have them. Oh, wait a minute, we need to talk to him, not her. Stand by. Okay, so get through the one-liners once again. And now he's sending us back to Hotno, where this adventure all began. And right back to Link's house. Is it because it's raining? Or am I missing a step? Hold on a second. Maybe because it's nighttime? Aha! Okay, so they're only here during the day, apparently. So go ahead and talk to good old Bolson here. Let him know about the wedding, let him know he's invited. And that will send both of these dudes off to Tarreytown. Good stuff. Shoulders straight, head erect, butt out. He goes to etiquette school too, apparently. Alright guys, one more time. One more time. So Wanda, after the wedding, don't talk to Bolson and he will stay in Tarrytown. If you talk to him, yep, you're absolutely right about that. I don't know if he necessarily, you know, if there's any advantage to keeping him in one place or the other necessarily. But if you want to keep working on Link's house, like getting more, you know, weapon storage and shield storage and bow storage, he'll have to be in Tarrytown in order to construct those. So just keep that in mind. If you go back to Link's house to do more building and he's not there, you might have to come back to Tarrytown here to talk to him to get him back over there. Alright, let's kick this party off. Celebratory moment. Oh, one more vendor here I forgot to mention. One of my favorite vendors in the game. Traveling merchant. He's got it all, guys. He has quite a store. He's got everything. Even some of the DLC stuff there. Not bad. Now this store, it progresses. So the more stuff you find in the game, the more that's going to be available here. Booyah. Yeah, $4 grand. Ouch. Alright, moving on. Let's go ahead and talk to good old Hudson. Absless Hudson.
Ooh.
That'll kick off our little wedding cutscene.
Ooh.
Ah, the happy couple. Alright, so if you want to close out the quest and get your reward, of course the reward is the town. As far as like the actual direct reward for the quest, I felt like it was kind of like light. So to me, the reward here is really, you know, just getting the town completed, having the vendors, having the free inn. To me, that was more of a reward than just getting the diamonds there. So anyway, yeah, that's Tarrytown, folks, in a nutshell.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Now that we've got Tarrytown completed, there are some little side quests and stuff we can do here, and maybe I will do that. I'll take a quick 5-minute break or so here. I do need to water the horses. So probably not 5 minutes, more like 2 minutes. And when I get back, I'll catch up on a little bit of chat. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for the main quest. And getting back to the convo we just had about, you know, whether or not he stays here or goes back to, Hontno. I'm going to go ahead and send them back to Hontno just because I'm not done working on Link's house just yet. I want to get my building finished up over there so I can get some more, you know, weapons, shields, and bows stored. And I do use that pretty frequently. Normally in my own playthrough, I'm using that quite a bit. It helps keep Link's inventory cleared for things you're just holding on to. Not only that, it's safe. So, like, my electric blades usually get stored there, maybe really good Dragonbone Moblin clubs that I've come across, etc. Alright, go ahead and drop a hard save here. Booyah. And I will be back in a flash. How's my coffee? Oh yeah, we're still good. Alright, welcome back to me. Catch up on a little bit of chat window here. Robbie's son. Marigold said Robbie's son. Who's Robbie's son? See, I always get this wrong. Sometimes I think it's Kilton or Killian from Fang and Bone. And speaking of Fang and Bone, it's funny what you think about while you're standing there watering the horses. I'm like, wait a minute, I cannot do the Tarreytown side quest because I don't have Monster Extract. At least I don't think I have Monster Extract. Yikes! I'm trying to one-button this. It's getting clumsy with my left hand. I don't have it. I have not done Fang and Bone yet in this playthrough. That's kind of a fail. I should have done that right after Akela. So yeah, I can't do them anyway, because one of them requires Monster Cake. Now, of course, I can go get that. I might get lucky, you know, if you help random Hillians out and about that are getting attacked by random Bobkins. Sometimes they'll just give you a random garbage meal or something, but sometimes they'll give you Monster Extract. See, I actually cannot do the side quests. I guess that'll be its own little separate stream. All of the Tarreytown side quests. Maybe I'll combine that with Fang and Bone. Decisions. Okay, so who is Robbie's son? Help me out here. I got you, Keely. Yep, that's a nice little merchant out there. Expensive, but it's nice to have. That way if you accidentally sell something and you didn't realize you did it, and you go into your inventory one day and it's missing, you can go at least buy it back. I know, right, Dee Dee? Yeah, I like that camera pan. Good question, Cora. Favorite champion? I like them all. They're all cool in their own right. But if we're talking about like the superpowers that come with them, I don't know, I really like my Rivali's Gale, but I can't say Rivali is my favorite champion. As far as the characters themselves go, I thought the Zora princess was really neat. I really liked her backstory. I thought the Gerudo girl was pretty neat. I liked her backstory. I liked Goron, whatever his name was, Daruk. I thought he had a cool backstory. Rivali, I mean, he was cool too. You know, a little cocky, but... yeah, in their own right, I like them all. Yeah, Dee Dee, we're tracking. You got that Rivali's Gale. Yep, same thing, Keely. I know, that Rivali's Gale, that's tough to beat. Like, having that instant updraft where you don't have to think about it, you don't have to worry about rocket shields, it's just always there. Definitely loved it. Yeah, Dee Dee, I don't know. Mifa had like she had a vibe, just very kind and gentle. I can dig it. Yeah, no kidding, Marigold. That's a good point. Okay, Dee Dee, so the Robbie's Son thing, that was that merchant? I guess I didn't catch that. Hey, there go my ego. I have a bad habit of skipping through dialogue, so yeah, I guess that's Robbie's son there. Noted. Kind of funny, he doesn't have like a funky tech gear on him or anything like that. That would have been a dead giveaway. Like if he was wearing Robbie's binoculars or something. That'd have been cool. But yeah, I can see it. Robbie's son, uh-huh. Yeah, I've got a bad habit, guys. I'm always skipping through dialogue. And then half the time I get, you know, into the game a little ways, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. It was said, I just skipped it. Yeah, Dee Dee, I remember that dialogue at the tech lab between Robbie and the wife there in the tech lab. I remember them talking about a son, but I just assumed they were talking about Kilton or Killian. Yeah, pretty wild. Good stuff. Thanks for the lore there. Definitely appreciate it. Still learning about the game, guys. 8 years later. Love it. This game will never die. Oh, they actually named him. Okay, gotcha, Marigold. Gotcha. Yeah, he's rebellious. No tech! No tech! The next thing you know, you'll be hearing the garage door opening at 3 in the morning because your kid is stealing it to go out to a party. Alright guys, well since I can't actually do the side quests, I guess we'll call it here. I can't think of a thing, you know, as far as Tarrey Town goes. Shorter stream today, but that's okay. Good quick help for some folks out there. Guys, definitely always enjoy this. Always love having y'all. Just as a friendly reminder, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I always appreciate that. And as always, until the next time, best of luck, happy hunting. And hope you guys have an awesome work week. Definitely appreciate the company. Definitely appreciate the chat. Definitely appreciate all the tips. Thank you guys for being so generous with your knowledge on here. I learn a lot from y'all. So yeah, definitely enjoy the live streams here. And guys, we'll be back on next week for... I don't know what's going to be next week. We've got the map filled in, which is nice. Next week. Maybe I'll do the Tarrey Town and the Akela, you know, the Fang and Bone. Not like they're linked, per se, but they kind of are. I mean, if, you know, that's his son and all, maybe we can find a way to mash that together. So yeah, that'll definitely be one. And then, wow, guys, we have got to start getting going here with the game. Like, I really haven't even done much... Excuse me, I haven't done much yet, especially in the way of main story. So maybe I'll go after, you know, the Urbosa's Fury next. Well, we might do the, the whole Yiga Klein hideout, Divine Beast. That'll really fill in the weekend after we do Tarrytown and Tech Lab. So yeah, that's probably going to be, you know, roughly what I'll be looking at for next week. Oh yeah, duty no bingos. Good call. I must be missing my duties. Have not quite said all the words that were needed. Maybe next week. And I'll have the bingo card updated too, Dee Dee. Thanks again for sending the new list. I'll definitely make sure that happens. And there will be a new link, for sure. Yep, you're welcome, guys, and thank you so much again for being a part of it. Much love, folks. Until the next time, peace out, y'all.